Namaskar. This is a special video for students writing the CMA exams. And if you're doing CA and CMA, the game plan is very different from doing any other course individually. So Harshita, I think this is during your exams, I guess. 10 days or 12 days before the exam is when we shot this. So if we have to look at what we discussed here. Students writing the CMA analysis will get to case studies usually like after work can first of all, we have to understand for CMA. This is a you do not have to think about any other source. One single source. This is more than all you have to do is quickly go through this. So assumption number one, is that book enough?
Yes, study mat is enough, except for AFM. AFM, I would suggest people to go through the CA book rather than because questions come out of the study mat mostly.
But let's say, in general, can we rely on that one book?
Yes.
Okay, that is done. So, because after CA exam, you largely have 2 weeks maximum, 2 weeks or 3 weeks, right? So, I think here we have clearly explained your case and also Tejasvi case. So, both of them clear. Now, the scenario is how did we plan? I think this could have been zoomed a bit, right? At that point. Okay. The plan works like this. If you're writing only one group, I just created the subsequent paper number 2. And no, if you see, I think we are given 1 day or 2 days for each of those papers, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So at that point of time, what were you thinking when we had only 1 day or 2 days?
So you questioned me saying, "Are you seriously giving both groups coming at this time?" I was totally like, "Oh my god, is this for real?" Like when you planned it for us, you gave me 1 day or 2 days for a subject. I was actually begging you, sir, can I extend one more day for this, one more day for this? You were like, no, stick to the plan. And that's what I did actually. I was very scared in the beginning. After looking at 1 day, I didn't realize it until you put it on the board. So it was very scary. But then I can't believe how I pulled it the 1 day of preparation.
You're asking me, but what should I do when you show up 2 weeks before the exam and suddenly I'm back after? So when we have only 1 day, I can only give you 1 day, right? So at that point of time, how did you process it in your mind? Because it's not easy to think about it unless if now when I say this, now it's easy to believe. At that point of time, it wasn't easy. So what were you thinking at that point of time?
The only thing I was confident about is okay, I know these subjects because of CA. I've done something. It won't be totally alien to me. I know something out of it. If not 100%, I know 40%, 50%. So I thought I'll work on the rest of it in the given time. That's how.
So that 1 day today led us to this.
Yeah.
So basically, once you have a reasonable basis, you don't have to worry too much about quantity because the base is fixed. It's all about exam orientation as much because I think one of the things that you did is solve all the questions after each and every chapter. I think that's one exercise which we did, right? All the MCQs and all the questions. Once you solve it, you'll be able to reasonably complete the book. The fastest way to complete any book is solving the questions at the end of each chapter. So here again, it's not a exceptionally fancy mark sheet, but a very functional mark sheet where you got 47 week papers and closer to 65 or 70 in the couple of strong papers, and you pull it off eventually with decent margin. So this is exactly how it has to done. Now coming to this particular scenario, where I guess before walking into the examination hall, what was your state of mind at that point?
We didn't know until then that you given your CMA. I was thinking of that instead of worrying about the exam. So that was
interesting. My students don't know that I cleared CMA or got a rank or something. Okay. So that's what you're wondering over there. Oh, this guy also gave CMA.
but your speech was like actually helpful, sir, because it's not as easy as it's not as difficult as CA and CMA. People think that CMA is very easy compared to CA. People whoever writes CA can easily clear CMA. It's really not that easy. You have to put your efforts. It's not as easy as people say. So It was actually helpful, sir, whatever you said. And then there was a lot of traffic behind. People were honking.
A lot of things happened that day after we left.
Yeah, and then in fact, we went into the exam hall 10 minutes late,
Late.
like late. So, again, very
Because
scary.
these calls are very tough for me because it's like 10 minutes less versus not having a particular mindset. This is very hard. Like just before the exam, one hand, I myself will tell you that go early, sit, box breathing, and all of that. But then when you enter, you have to enter with a particular frame of mind. 3 hours in a random mindset versus 2 hours with a refined mindset. I would rather do this. So these calls again now. That was actually tough because not. I guess you can see a lot of people were waiting for us and all of that, but it's like sometimes you have to pull it up. Let's say if there is a VIP convoy, if there is an ambulance, that was an emergency, right? It's a question of somebody's career, and that if you remember that was a paper because
Exactly.
when you see that, so this had it been let's say 34, 35, all of this would not matter. So that is exactly why you have to be very ruthless when it comes to your exams. So that 1 2 marks again, this would make a whole difference, right? And this is not about what happened in CMA. This will trigger you to go ahead and finish your both groups in CA also. So this is where the 2 3 marks, especially on day one, will matter significantly. So now can we look at hyper focusing on the next steps? Hmm? Now you can believe me. Now that
Totally, sir. Yeah.
I think okay. So when we did this video, I think yeah, when did this video should I had written CMA Himakant or something, then it would have made more sense for you.
No, sir.
So because see, for me, it's not because of me clearing it. It worked for my sister without any context or nothing. We just pushed her to focus only on the questions from the question bank on the study material, and then we just pull it off. Once it happens, and we have reasonable basis that nothing else can also happen. When we have 16, 17 days before the exam, nothing else can happen. So that's how we did it. And so before you watch this particular video, probably go and watch this. This is one, and also this. Yeah, these two videos, so that you'll understand the context of what is happening. And finally, I'm presenting you this one last attempt. So hoping your May 25 will become your one last attempt. And now that 3 letters are added, there are 2 more letters left. And I wish you all the very best.
Thank you very
Okay,
much.
we'll do this once again together. And thereafter, we'll go back and
Watch the video.
watch this video. Okay, all the best. Chalo Harshada, congratulations and God bless you. And this is a very, very impressive mark sheet, I would say. Especially, these two papers donated a lot to all the papers. This is exactly how it can happen. So don't lose hope. Keep moving forward. And yes, we'll keep sharing more insights. Thank you for watching.